Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to today's presentation from Your Store Wizards. I'm Scott Sanfilippo, and I'm going to be your host today as we give you a live demonstration of our most popular e-commerce application, Search Magic. Today, I'm joined by our company founder, Don Cole, our lead developer and product manager for Search Magic, Brett Bitke. And in just a few moments, Brett's going to be walking us through both the front end and the back end features of the application. Is going to show you how you can fine-tune Search Magic to make sure that you're providing the best on-site search experience for your shoppers. Now, before I get started, I want to go over a little history of Search Magic. The app itself was originally available for the Yahoo Store platform 10 years ago. Don and the team knew back then that the default site search for the Yahoo platform was very limiting. It really wasn't that good at finding matching products, and store owners were constantly coming to us asking for a better site search. So with all of that, the team got together and they decided to build what was one of the very first, and turned out to be the most popular, third-party application for search for Yahoo Store, and that is Search Magic. And when they set out to build this product 10 years ago, it was built with a few very specific goals. Don and the team wanted it to be very affordable, to provide excellent search results, and most importantly, to make store owners money. After all, a good search equals increased sales, more money towards the store owner. And to this day, we still continue to deliver on those three goals. And over the past 3 years, we've expanded Search Magic's availability to both BigCommerce and Shopify platforms. So while Search Magic may be fairly new, quote unquote, to the BigCommerce and Shopify community, it's not a new search app. It's one that's been around for about a decade and has features that are comparable with other apps that cost 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times as much as Search Magic does. Now, before I turn things over to Brett, I'm going to play a brief video that's going to give you a very high-level overview of some of Search Magic's most popular features. So let me go ahead and play this for you.
You're about to be introduced to Search Magic from Your Store Wizards, a feature-packed advanced search app for BigCommerce, Shopify, and Yahoo Store, now known as Turbify. When we set out to build Search Magic over a decade ago, we had a few simple goals. Deliver a world-class search application at an affordable price that's built to make store owners money. Ready to learn more? Then let's go. Search Magic allows shoppers to quickly find the items they're looking for by automatically completing their search query with recommended products and instant results as they type. This reduces clicks and keystrokes and connects them to the items they're looking for fast. When a misspelled word is detected, Search Magic will automatically try to match the misspelled word with products and display the results. If no close matches are found, it will recommend a new search with the correct spelling. Search Magic allows you to set up synonyms for search terms, so you can create alternate versions of words, brand names, and products that will automatically direct misspellings and variations to the products the search was intended for. Customized advanced filtering on category and collection pages allows shoppers to hone in on the products that best suit their needs and connects them with a perfect product match. Additionally, items can be sorted by price, relevance, name, and more. Many times, it's optimal to direct searches right to the specific item page when there's a single search result. By enabling the single result redirect in the Search Magic dashboard, you can save your shoppers clicks and connect them to products faster. Search Magic allows you to redirect keywords or phrases to a specific page on your website instead of displaying search results. This allows you to send shoppers exactly where you want them, making this a powerful marketing tool that's simple to set up in the dashboard. The Part Finder add-on for Search Magic gives you the ability to create custom searchable fields specific to your industry, product, or application. This example shows how a shoe retailer uses Part Finder to match the shopper with the right shoe. Other examples include stores that sell items based on year, make, model, brand, color, size, or even length, width, height. Part Finder is fully customizable for your products and has various display options. This video only covered some of the most popular features of Search Magic, the advanced search app that's feature-packed, affordably priced, and most of all, designed to help you make money. Search Magic is available in the BigCommerce and Shopify app stores with a free trial. It's also available for Yahoo Store, now known as Shopify. For more information, visit searchmagic.com.
All right, so there you go. There is a little brief introduction of Search Magic, and just to highlight a few other things. Again, advanced search app, BigCommerce, Shopify, Shopify. Search Magic replaces your store's default search engine. It's fully responsive across all devices and is packed with features to help you increase sales. It is 100% developed by us here at Your Store Wizards, and it is also 100% supported by Your Store Wizards. So if you ever have a problem with setup, with ongoing questions, or you need support with something, we are the ones that you're going to be reaching out to. You'll be dealing with Brett and some of the other folks responsible for supporting Search Magic here at Your Store Wizards. And this product keeps evolving all the time, and Brett has a huge roadmap with plenty of updates and new features in the pipeline as our product continues to mature across the 3 different platforms. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to turn it over to Brett, and I am going to have Brett give you a tour of some of the front end and the back end features of Search Magic. Brett.
Cool. Well, thank you, Scott. And let me get my screen all shared here. Think we're seeing. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go back to that here again one more time.
There we go.
That one it is. All righty. So cool. So here we are. First off, thank you again, Scott, and welcome to the Search Magic demo webinar. And glad you're able to make it here today. I'm pretty much just going to give you a brief tour of the features and settings available when using Search Magic. And here is pretty much, this is our dashboard. We integrate with Google Analytics to pull in your basically what revenues generated by search, what's the impact, what terms are being searched, and also we have a zero-term results here as well. In these settings here, specifically in the zero-term results and within the search terms here, this is where you would want to go. You want to review. If you're a current customer of Search Magic, you want to look at your terms and results in order to add additional synonyms or redirects or based off of what values are there. And we'll dig into that a little bit more once we get there. So in our first little setting here, we're going to go into our store search settings. Now within the store search settings, you're able to enable or disable the autocomplete, enable or disable our add-on for category page filtering, adjust how your search operator is set up, adjust your add an additional SKU search. As you can see here, we also have a way you could adjust the number of words between a phrase. And a phrase query specifically is when you have basically two terms that you're searching for. So for an example, if someone's searching for a blue shirt, that is a phrase query. And in Search Magic, you're able to control how many words are separating a phrase query that will actually still return a term. So if, for example, we go back to that blue shirt that search, we'd be able to search 10 words in between blue and shirt. So it gives you we have a lot of just flexibility of what you could do and how you want to search it. And we also have the ability to control what stop words are, and stop words are specifically words that we do not search at all in your store. So you're able to control that here as well. And we'll also continue going because we're talking about more or less our search settings. And in Search Magic, basically the bread and butter, the meat and potatoes of Search Magic is your field search settings. And this is what we have set up, what we have to allow you to be able to import data, allow you to set up data, what to be searched, what to be filtered on, what to be displayed, what to be sorted on as well. And so in the demo that Scott showed you in the video, basically we have multiple options we could set up. So this is our default store. This template is just our demo store. It's pretty ugly, as you can tell, but gives you kind of the brief understanding. So in this example, we're searching for watch. These are the filters that we have set up. And this is basically our basic display for everything. And we could completely control all of that in Search Magic itself. But that is where we set up all your filters and your fit fields. And so if we wanted to create a new field, we could do so. And so we, in Search Magic, for the platform Shopify, BigCommerce, and Turbofy now, we could pull in any product data that you have. So we could pull in any custom fields. And so in BigCommerce, that would be here in all your custom fields. If you're in Shopify with meta fields, you'd pull in meta fields like that. And if for options, we could pull in any type of options. In the options itself, and we could actually be able to combine multiple options into just one field. And so in this example here, we have multiple sizes here. We're going to combine all into one field. And we have a lot more options available that you could choose from within the import settings as well. This is just data that's being pulled from the store, from the products. And you could also adjust how you want to do it. So if we want to remove any out of stock variants, so for example, if you have on a shirt, on your blue shirt, and if you have a small size, if you want to just remove that filter from being there, you have the option to do so. So there's a lot of different ways we could, just a lot of ways we can import your data essentially. And if we want to be able to search, we allow it to be searched. We want it to be filtered, so we could set it to filter. And that's it. We don't need to be sorting or anything like that. And that's pretty much how you could add a new field, just like that. Field's been created, and there we go. So that's just kind of a brief rundown of how you want to set up your search settings. And a lot of this, we have multiple, when we're doing initial setups for Search Magic, during the setup wizard, you could actually allow us to completely set this up for you. So we do all the setup for you and help you get everything ready to go. No real onboarding for you, and just allows you to just get up and ready. In our next little setting here, we have our display settings. In the display settings, you'll be able to control the layout and design. So you'll be able to change, we have two different layouts. So you have the horizontal and vertical layouts. And this is all just, and then from there, we have two different pagination types, a show more button on the bottom, for example, like this, or we could just do pagination numbers for numbers. So it's a couple different options. The show more, which we found, the reason why we mainly added this is because we found that it actually helps convert better for more products. So it's it's helpful in that sense. And we also adjust all the colors. You could change any of the colors for everything all the way down. This is just mainly you'd want to do this the initial setup, or if you're changing the styles or whatever, so you can completely change anything. We also have the ability to put how many products per page, so you can completely adjust the product per page in the display settings. You could add or change your product placeholder. You could adjust relevancy, and we'll get into that a little bit more because it's pretty in depth there, but we'll kind of briefly skim it. You also be able to do a redirect if there's only one result, show or hide out of stock products, or show or hide products and categories in the results. So a lot of different options here, and we'll get into here our sorting and relevancy adjustments. Now, relevancy itself is calculated by 3 different determining factors. So the relevancy score is determined by the term frequency, the inverse term frequency, and the field length. And so basically term frequency refers to how many times the term appears in the field. Inverse term frequency is basically how often the term appears in your entire product catalog. So the more often that term appears, the less relevant that term is. So for example, if you have a lot of shirts in your store, the term shirt is not going to be as relevant as any other identifying terms with it. So if, in example, blue t-shirt or blue shirt, we would basically put more relevancy on the term blue. And then the last part of it is field length. the field length is basically the longer the field, the less relevant it is. So if we're searching within your, in this example here, if we're doing a blue shirt, and we're searching in your product name, which we are, and your product description, which in this case we're not, but if we were, the product description would have less relevancy to it because the length is longer. And so in the relevancy adjustments, this is where you'd want to set up specifically if you have seasonal products, or if you want to rank or adjust, or you wanted to promote a specific brand higher, you could adjust the relevancy calculations that we have. And so in our example, let's go back to someone searches for blue shirt. One of the products that show up is a product in the brand ABC. And so that product in this case will be ranked higher than any other shirt that you search. And so it gives you a lot of flexibility here. And this is the type of thing you would want to do seasonally or quarterly, or if there's a specific brand or product you need to push higher, rank higher based off of what is being searched. And so you can completely adjust how the relevancy is calculated and push specific products ranked higher or not. And a lot of the times, or anytime there's questions or issues with search results, we could adjust it from here, or we could adjust based off of what fields are being searched. So that's more or less your synonyms, your display settings. And our next portion, kind of want to just briefly go over our synonyms and redirects. And how I was discussing earlier about how you'd want to, once search is live and you want to improve or adjust your results, basically this is where you'd come in, you look at your zero-term results. In this case, since this is a demo, there's unfortunately no terms here since we're never actually searching anything. And the data is all demo related anyway. So, but basically, if we have a zero-term results, let's say it was for the term fuchsia. I'm trying to get my point here, fuchsia, is that we have 3 different types of synonyms that you could set up. So we have, in this example, the simple expansion synonym. We have 3 types. It's basically anytime one term is searched, the other term is also searched. And so we have another version, which is the United States. And basically in this example, what I was saying was that if a customer is searching for United States and you know for a fact that your product data has USA in it, made in USA, or some of those products you want to show up, you wanted to adjust your United States terms. So basically anytime the term United States, or anytime a customer is searching just specifically United States, the expanded keyword is what you want to do. So basically anytime United States is searched, we'll actually be searching USA, America, United States of America in your product results data. And so it gives you a little bit finer grain control over the synonyms, so you don't have to just make a broad one. So if you just have one result, if you just have one term that you want to adjust, you could do so. And you would typically find that out when you're looking at the zero-term results. And so if you actually see United States in your results here in the 0, but there's supposed to be products put up, that's where you'd be setting up your synonyms for specifically for that. An alternative, another version of that, is we have a contract synonyms. It's a contract keyword to synonyms essentially. So this basically allows us to standardize multiple terms to equal one value essentially. So in this example here, a customer searched for tubs. You're selling bathtubs, right? So if a customer searches for tubs, what you're seeing is that none of these results are kind of like, it's not, you have multiple different tubs values or not values, terms, phrases available. And so you want to just kind of, as I said, standardize it all into one. So you set up a contract synonym like this. So basically what this is saying, whenever anytime tubs is searched, we're actually just searching bathtub in this case. And so it just kind of gives you a little bit more, again, just control over the synonym itself. And we'll go on to next part. Synonyms, we could go over a little bit more detail if you like, once we're finished with this. But the next part of it is keyword redirects. And so kind of what you want to look for when you have issues with when you want to do redirects specifically is if you have like an info page, like your contact us or about us pages, and you could just send them directly to those pages. So in this example here, if a customer searches for this term about, they'll automatically just be straight redirected to the page. And so these are pretty simple to set up. There's not much to them. We have a couple different options available when you're actually setting up the phrase. We have exact term or phrase, contains term, contains phrase. And so contains term is usually set up when you just have one exact term and you only want that term to be searched. And so let's take a quick little example. So in this example here, we have sour. This term has been searched 21 times and there's no conversion, there's no revenue, there's nothing coming through. And so basically you'd want to set up a redirect for this if you have it. So if you have an actual category page or a brand page specifically for that product type or for that term they're searching for, you'd want to set up a redirect for some of these if those results are better. If that's not right, then you could always set up a synonym. But it's one of those two is typically what you want to kind of try to help do to help improve your revenue of basically when you're searching. So that's kind of more of your long term, what you want to look at when you're actually going through, when you're seeing your results essentially. So that's that. And we have, our next part I'm going to kind of go over is we have two different add-ons as I discussed earlier, or as we saw in the video. You had the part finder, the product finder, and we also have this category or collection page filtering. So the product finder is essentially built from, the part finder is specifically built to use filters on your data. So in this case, this store is using, these are all, I believe, custom fields that we're pulling in. I think some of them are actually options as well. So we could use a combination of whatever based off what data you have on there. But it's mainly just filters that you're setting up in your store to help, filter down your product data to the end. And so the part finder is very customized. Here's another example. And even in the part finder, we can even select multiple different categories. And so in this one, we have auto, year, make, model. If you actually change it to the universal category they have, we change it completely to category, width, length, height, and size. And so we could really do, it's very flexible is what I'm trying to get past. We can do a lot for it, and there's a lot we can do for it. It's all completely customized for you, for your store. Our other add-on specifically is our category page filtering. In the category page filtering here, basically it replaces anything on your BigCommerce store basically with Search Magic. And so in this case, this store right here is using our category page filtering. It's got a lot of customized features in it, but we can completely customize it. So in this case, we can basically, if we wanted to, drag and drop products into a specific sort order, you could do so. You could select up whatever filters you want for that specific page as well. You could set up sorts by a specific property. So default, we do the highest price first if we wanted to. Or we could do, once again, the custom product sort. You could also bulk sort them, so you could do drag and drop with SKUs. So there's just a lot of options available with this feature. This feature does require you to edit the theme for both Shopify and BigCommerce, and that we do give you instructions on how to install it and set it up on the categories page here, how to install. And so you'd be able to do that. We also help you with it. Anytime you need help, questions, I mean, we're pretty much always available to answer any questions when it comes to issues like this or setup. And then we're going on to the last little part of it, which is basically our data management. And so in our data management, we import, well, by default, what we do is we import any products that are orderable and visible based off of what you're set up. And so you could completely change that. And so in this store, specifically this demo, we are importing products that are orderable, but are not in a specific category. And so that's kind of, we have a lot of different options to set up for that. So it's just, we can control how your products are, what products you're importing, what products you don't want imported. So it's all set up here within the import settings. And then our last part of it is our index store data. And basic from here, you could control, we could add additional data in our supplemental data. We have an ability to stop indexing or stop importing if we encounter an error with some sort of indexing issue. And so if it encounters, we just stop, so we protect your store not to wipe anything, because that's the last thing we want to happen for anything. And then last but not least, you could manually index or manually re-index your store if you need to. We do re-index your store hourly, only if you have, or at least for Shopify and BigCommerce, if you updated your product or category or created a product or category, we will add the on the hour. So if for example you created or edited a new product right now at 11:30, well, my time, 11:30 Pacific time, at 12, which is in about half an hour, then we will re-index and re-update the data. And so we do this automatically every hour for your store. And if you need to, if like for example, the only time you'd actually really ever need to do this, click on index search, is when you add a new field. And so we did that already. And so now we just click on index search field, and now we're indexing. It depends on your store and how much data you have. This could take anywhere from 5 minutes up to a half an hour, depending on the store. So this is just, once it's done, it's already updated. And yeah, that's pretty much, it's obviously, I know this is a very quick rundown of Search Magic. And if you have questions, you're more than happy to answer and ask. And yeah, that's pretty much the demo here for this. And we could go over more yeah, after this. So back to you, Scott.
Great, Brett. Thank you, Brett. I'm going to leave your screen up, because if we have questions, it's easier just to leave your screen there, and we could go right off of yours to show some examples or get those questions answered. So, folks, if you do have any questions, the question and answer box should be available on your screen. You are more than welcome to go ahead and type in your question there, and we can go ahead and get those answered for you. In the meantime, I can tell you that Search Magic is available on both the Shopify and BigCommerce app stores. For Shopify and BigCommerce, they both come with a 30-day free trial, so you can install it on your store, see how it works out for you, and you get 30 days to do that. For those of you still on the Yahoo store, Yahoo Turbofy, that's what it is now, the Turbofy platform. That unfortunately does not have a free trial, because there's a lot of setup with RTML and everything that has to go on the back end within the store for that. So we don't have a way to, unfortunately, offer you a free trial for that. But if you do have questions and you're on the Yahoo/Turbofy platform, just reach out to us, and we would be more than happy to help you answer any questions you have about Search Magic for that platform. But for those of you on BigCommerce and Shopify, just go over to their app store, click on the search box, type in Search Magic, and you can install a 30-day free trial. And all the pricing is listed right there. I mentioned earlier that Search Magic is pretty affordable. Search Magic is a very affordable third-party search application for those two platforms. So if you're interested, by all means, go ahead and do that 30-day free trial. Our team is here to support you as well during that free trial. So if you have any questions with setup or using Search Magic during the trial, we're going to be here to support you as well. So like I said, if anybody has any questions, or Don, if you want to say a few words here, you are more than welcome to say so as well. Ronnie, thank you for your comments there. Glad that you are enjoying Search Magic on your store as well. Thank you for being one of our clients. Don?
Yep, I'm here. Thank you, Brett, for going through that. Sorry, we lost the audio there for a bit. But I think you ran through, a lot of the dashboard really nicely. Obviously, this is a product that we put a lot of time and work into, and very proud of. And we're constantly working to add new features. Brett, so we keep Brett very busy. Constantly scoping out new things to add. And I think, to me, one of the things I'm most proud of is the fact that, yes, it's a search product. Yes, there are other choices for search products, but we really, are proud that we provide great support, and especially in the setup process, we can really help to make sure that it works as well as possible for your store, because a lot of it is very much the same store to store, but there's a lot of things that each individual store can use or benefit from. And I think, when a store has something they go, I needed to do something slightly different, often we can help make that happen, not even necessarily requiring coding changes, but sometimes it's just in the setup itself. And so I think that's something that I'm always proud of as a team that we're able to do.
Excellent. All right, it looks like we don't have any questions. For those that were joining today, in probably about an hour, you will get a follow-up email with a link to this recorded webinar in it so that you can go ahead and rewatch that at your convenience or forward it off to those within your organization or other store owners that you want to share Search Magic with. You can go ahead and send them this webinar, and hopefully they can get some value out of it as well. And we hope that you got some value out of the presentation today. And like I said, we encourage you, no strings attached there, that 30-day free trial for BigCommerce and Shopify. Just head over to the respective app stores, install it, and then just reach out to us with any questions at support@yourstorewizards.com. Brett, Don, thanks for your participation today, and thanks for all of our folks who attended the webinar. And like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at support@yourstorewizards.com. Thanks again, everyone.